Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Jen. I've got a book that I finally finished. I've been working on it for quite a while. It's a custom order. I'm not finished with the front yet, but I'm close enough. So, this is a very large book, and it may be hard to get it on the video. The spine says family, where life begins and love never ends. And then on the back cover, I have this large envelope thing that I made that's going to be, able to open, and then I'm going to stuff some things in there. And then it just ties back up with this piece of, I don't know what that is, lace or some kind of cloth, whatever. And so, like I said, I'm not quite done with this. The background, those were pieces of paper towel that Michelle Mulligan had used when she was coffee staining her papers. And then she went ahead and stamped on them after they were coffee stained. And I thought they turned out really cool. So that's a good idea that I'm going to try next time I coffee stain my stuff. Anyway, this book, as you can see, is very full. She sent me pictures and ephemera of her family. She was born on a farm, and her parents and her son are in this book. So I asked her if it was okay if I showed it since it's got personal stuff in it, but she said that was fine. So um, she wanted this kind of as memories of her parents and also like a keepsake to be able to pass on to her son someday. The first page is got, just some paper, like patterned paper in the back. It says, "We are better because of them." And down here is a picture of her parents. And then inside, I'm not going to read all the stuff, but inside are little things that she wrote about her mom and dad and their life together on the farm. And this page has, this is a napkin decoupage on here, and it's also got some envelopes and tickets. It says, "Whatever is to make us better and happy, God has placed either openly before us or close to us." And then I have the definition for the word family, and it says, "Where we love is home, home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts." And this is just a little tiny booklet that I made. I thought that was really cute. My little house, and there's some birds on that page and just some stamping. There's Bunny. Hello, everybody. And just some more ephemera. There's a little tiny booklet in here. This book is so fat. It says there's no place like home. And, oops, dropped that one. And then, let's see. Okay, this says sanctuary, and there's a bird down here. So, if I open up all of these envelopes and all of my tuck spots, I don't think we're ever going to get through the book. But I'm going to, skip some of those, I think. This page, I have a book called The Treasury of Contentment, and I took a poem out of that, The Home at Peace. And then here's a bird decoupage napkin on some dictionary paper, and also down here as well. And there's a picture of a house that I got out of a photo album, and I used my sewing machine and wrote the word home on a piece of fabric. And in here is another little tuck spot with a little tiny book inside. A little, the little tiny pages to write something if you want. The problem I have is that I decorate so many of the pages that I never really leave the space for journaling, and I'm going to have to rethink that in my next books, because I was thinking to myself, and somebody actually wrote it in a comment, that, my books are not so much journals as memory books, and that's kind of true, because I pack so much stuff into them that there's no place to journal. her father was played for the Dodgers for a while, and I thought that was way cool. And she sent an envelope that his contract had been put in, and there's a picture of him in his uniform. And then he quit to go back home and help on the farm. There is a poem that she asked me to write because her father had died in a farming accident back in 99. And it was very touching for me to do this because my parents are still alive but are getting, a little bit feeble. And, I don't know, it just kind of resonated with me. And this is a picture, or this page has a jean pocket on the back, and there's a tag in here, and there's also a red bandana, which she said her father carried in his back pocket every day, either a red one or a blue one. And my father did the exact same thing. My father had a office job during the week, but on the weekend he put on his jeans and he stuck a bandana in his back pocket. And it it just was so close to home that it was, pretty touching. So I did a lot of thinking on this one. Anyway, here's another page with just some ephemera. There's a tuck spot behind the picture with lots of stuff inside. We got, this is a picture of her son, and he was extremely close to his grandfather, and for his senior picture, he wanted a picture of his grandpa holding him and then him looking up at them, which that also brought tears to my eyes. So there is her son's senior picture and an envelope and stuff behind that. And then over here, I took a pair of some denim and an old quilt, and I sewed a heart on there. It says best buds down here. And up here is the definition of grandfather or grandpa. And it says, you taught me, you held me, you loved me, gone but not forgotten, you live on in my heart. And so that was her son and his closeness to his grandpa. And also in here is a ledger paper that her father had written, in his own handwriting, about the cows that they had at that time and the calves during calving season, and just really cool stuff. So that is tucked into this pocket so that she can have that forever. This page is kind of dedicated to her mother. Her mother loved to sew, and so I used my sewing machine and I sewed the word sew, and then it's like so noted. And down here I've got so sweet, so special, so loved, and these flip up. And down here is the word mother, and it says she loved to sew. And there's a little pocket about mom. And on this page, it also continues the sewing theme. And we have a book up here. First of all, let's see. First of all, it's a tag. There's a tag with shirts on it. And then this is actually a little booklet to do with sewing and different, stuff that she could actually, says, I have all the fabric I need, said no seamstress ever, which is true of, oh, there's Bunny again. And here's a little tiny envelope that has some little tiny things. I covered it with lace on the front. So I love making these little tiny booklets because they go really quickly and it's like finishing a project, whereas my big books take a long time. And down here is a little tile that I made. It's a picture of a lady with a sewing machine. It says sewing machine. It's an advertisement. And I put some glossy accents on it and made it like a little tile. And this page says Postmaster. I don't know if you can see all this. Her mother was a postmaster, and this is the key from the very first post office that she was the postmaster of. And over here I've got proud and genuine, and inside here are a whole bunch of little tiny stamps that, old stamps, like stamps that I got. I think I got some of those in a swap. and 1 cent stamp and 3 cent stamps, and I just thought those were kind of cool. And then there's a big tag behind here, and I decoupaged paper over this metal star, and it's got a lot of ephemera on it about post offices and postal workers and all that kind of stuff. And there's some more ephemera tucked behind there. And down here's a little pocket. It's got some little tiny envelopes in it. I'm not going to take all that stuff out. It will be here all night. And here is a book, or a page, that's got stuff about farming. And I flipped over a doily and made a little pocket up here. And it has another one of the little booklets in it that's got little tuck spots. It says every day is a good day to be on the farm. Some pictures of some people, and this one says, you say raised in a barn like it's a bad thing. So I'm sure that people that were raised on a farm had a fabulous childhood. I wasn't raised on the farm, but I did have a fabulous childhood. And it says Farm Fresh up at the top. I stamped it on some muslin. Down here's a little picture of a little boy and girl, and it looks like they're in a cage with a bunch of, guinea pigs or something, or I don't know, could be small rabbits, but I think they're guinea pigs. And there's tuck spots behind here. This is a pocket. Here's a picture of her son and her mother, and they were also very close, and he wrote this poem to his grandma when he was in grade school. That was also a tearjerker. There's an envelope, behind that. That's a tuck spot. And here's a picture of a lot of little boys, because she had a son, and there's a tuck spot. I thought she could also put her own family photos over some of these if she wants to. It says, thank heaven for little boys. And the best gift in life is being the mother of a little boy. I have 2 sons and a daughter, so I was lucky. I got to have both. And here's a lady with looks like her son out in the pasture or whatever. And this actually flips up, and there's stuff inside this envelope. And down here is a tuck spot and a poem and doily and lots of stuff. And then this page is a picture of her with her son at a football game, like senior night or something like that. And I got a family tag down here and a pocket made out of doily material. This is a page that it's a flip up, so every one of the pages, like, all these things flip up. And I thought maybe she would want to put, family photos or write notes in there about her family. And this page is all about quilts, and we have a tuck spot over on this side that's got stuff inside, and then this side is an actual quilt, and there's a big pocket behind it with ephemera and envelopes and stuff inside. And this page, my book is so hard to handle. It's really full. Lots of tucks, lots of tags, lots of everything. And this page comes up and says, I'm seeking, I'm striving, I'm in it with all my heart. That's from Van Gogh. And this side is the same thing. It's also a flip up. And this one has birds down at the bottom. And there's lots of quotes and, poems and all that stuff that this looks like it's kind of dark. I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. I probably should have had my daughter come in here and hold the book for me, because I'm having trouble here. But anyway, so here's a page. She also loves red and turquoise, and I was trying to incorporate some of that into here. And it's there's little pockets on these flags, and each pocket says something like always make wishes and never let them steal your joy, and, basically be yourself, and to hell with everybody else. Because I think that, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. There was a song like that, and I think that it's important to be as nice as you can be, and, you know, just drop everything else, and, cut your losses, and be the best person you can be, and be happy with that. And so here is, a book that's hanging. I saw somebody make these the other day on Junk Journal Junkies. I can't remember who it was. I was going to give her credit for this. She made these little pockets. They were so cute. She made a whole bunch of them, and I'm sorry I can't remember who it was at this time, but anyway, that was not my idea. It was somebody I saw on Junk Journal Junkies. And here's a little girl down here is singing out loud for all she's worth, and that's what I put down here. Sing out loud, because you gotta be happy. And okay, this page has a little girl. I thought she was so cute. She looks like she came off the farm, and there's a big pocket behind her. Here is a page that is got music paper on it, and then there's a belly band on the side, and this is a big pocket full of ephemera and tags and stuff. So that goes in there. And finally, ta-da, the last page. This is pillowcase, actually, and I made big pockets on each side and kept the embroidery on it down at the bottom, and each page or each pocket is full of, envelopes and ephemera and writing places and little journals and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to take it all out right now because I'm having a hard enough time trying to hang on to the book. So, and here we're back at the back page. So, anyway, it was a labor of love. I spent a lot of time second guessing myself because I wanted it to be perfect for her. I wanted it to be what she was envisioning in her mind, which is why it's so hard to do custom orders, because you're not sure what they're thinking, and you're trying to produce something that's going to make them happy. I hope she likes it. When I'm done with the custom orders that I have on my list, I'm just going to create things and put them in my shop on Etsy, and then that will, I think, be easier for me because I'm not trying to figure out exactly what everybody wants. So anyway, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. You're all so kind. And anyway, you stay healthy and have a great day. Bye.